Gaming journalism has been increasingly muddled over the past few years. It's hard to know who's being paid off, and it's hard to know if a review is truly being genuine in its analysis and critique. So to combat this, the YouTube scene in particular has had several incredibly successful video game critics over the past few years, from as far back as the Angry Video Game Nerd, to as recently as people like Dunkey, who, believe it or not, was actually quoted in my college game design class for my first big essay. There are several great personalities to go to online who can give genuine feedback on video games they feel both enthusiasts and casual newcomers should enjoy. But one voice I feel for years who has never gotten the shine he deserves is Ortiz. Some call me Johnny. This is a man I have followed for over 6 years, and for my first Awesomazing Approved episode, I have no better person to think of choosing than the man that has been one of the biggest inspirations for even giving YouTube a shot in the first place. My name is KaiZX7, and welcome to Awesomazing Episode 5. Some Call Me Johnny is one of the best video game critics alive right now. Let me explain why. Johnny has over a decade of reviews on his resume, and as someone who jumped on the Johnny train around 2013, his Johnny Versus reviews have always upgraded in quality. From improved intros to wittier comedy to deeper insight and critique, Johnny is a man who has always evolved with the times. Even his opinions have evolved, as there are titles he has re-reviewed and updated opinions on, showing that he always wants to be fair and honest to what he reviews, and is even willing to retcon previous reviews if he feels he didn't give a title its proper grading. The man's work ethic is incredibly evident in his evolution over the years. Johnny has a very unique sense of humor. He uses pop culture clips, but also just has an excellent funny bone.
Like, what the fuck? That's gonna drain my fucking legs out. Like, I'm getting ready to end the fucking show for a sitcom. I was like,
Also, Johnny is an animator and creates his own on occasion for his reviews. He's done less of them recently due to the painstaking amount of time necessary to do an animation, but some of the small ones he's done recently have been freaking awesome. Memes and humor galore to be found in all of Johnny's content. I mean, the freaking Knuckles and Knuckles meme was birthed from this man. That alone should give you some incentive to check him out. Johnny's passion of gaming is so present. One look at the background of his videos can give you an immediate idea of the different types of games he enjoys. We live in an age, however, where people's blind loyalty to something they love will lead to conflicts online when they feel threatened due to a difference of opinion. But Johnny, I feel, is able to avoid this issue, however, because of a mantra that he takes to heart in his review of games, and especially of franchises that he personally loves. I don't know if he's ever stated this explicitly, but this is the main message I see in damn near all of Johnny's reviews, and why to me it makes him an impressively strong critic. If you love something, it's okay to critique its flaws, and disliking or hating aspects of something means you want it to be better. People instantly see negative reception to anything as hate these days, but you can love something that has issues. You can hate something because you want it to be better, and no reviewer encapsulates this belief and uses it to better the quality of his content in the way that Johnny does. Which is why I like that Johnny is one of the few reviewers to completely do away with the rating system. In the beginning, he used to have a 1 to 10 rating system, but over time, just dumped it and switched to a much simpler one. Get it? Don't get it, or 50-50, where a game will appeal to certain audiences but not others. It's a super easy thing to follow for his reviews, which makes them super digestible and easy to follow. It especially helps when he goes through a series like Kingdom Hearts, and is able to break down each game individually and tell you why he feels you should or shouldn't look at a particular entry. Because ultimately, he gives the option of getting it up to you, which is incredibly important. And lastly, the biggest thing I appreciate about Johnny is his honesty. There are very few game critics that I have as much faith in as him due to all of the things I listed above, but most importantly, his blunt critique. He is extremely straightforward on what are positives and negatives in a game, and is very clearly able to articulate his arguments and why he likes or dislikes the particular mechanics of a game. It's what makes his reviews of, say, the adventure title so memorable, because he is able to put his nostalgia at the door and review the games for what they are. But at the same time, also able to explicitly detail the successes of the games, without accrediting them as masterpieces. There have been certain reviews where I may disagree with a specific opinion or with his take on a mechanic, but I will always have the utmost respect for Johnny due to his 100% clear honesty and enjoyable breakdown of people's favorite video games. This man has had a massive influence on my life. The gameplay you're seeing in the background for most of this video is a game called Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, which is a side-scroller that I wouldn't have even found or fell in love with if not for Johnny's review of it. Also, the Castlevania series, Skullgirls, and a few others are things I wouldn't have the knowledge of or love I currently do if not for the input of this lovely man. His mantra is one of the major pieces I always make sure to remember when writing the script of any episode of Awesomazing I've made when I am being critical or analyzing something I value or want to be made better. His passion and love for games is something I appreciate and value in a critic, where often sometimes it can come off as cold, and his absolute blunt honesty are things I admire and respect him for. If you are a lover of video games and want to watch someone review games genuinely, accurately, and thoughtfully, with a little bit of fun in there, I cannot recommend this man enough. Johnny, if you ever watch this video, just thank you. Your passion is not lost on me, and know that your dedication and love of your craft inspires me and many others to be better, to passionately show how much we care about gaming, and for that, I am eternally grateful. Down in the description, you can find a link to his YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and both Let's Play channels he's a part of, the Super Gaming Brothers, and Brain Scratch commentaries. I also leave a few of my favorite Johnny videos for the end screen. I love you all, have a phenomenal day, and God bless.